Hello friends, we have the session on MSME development. This is the second part we are taking up. The learning objectives of this session are understanding the role of technology in development of MSME business, innovations and their effect on the growth of MSMEs. We'll also look at the role of institutions which are helping innovation and technology development, and we'll also have some look at some insights into science and technology development in India. These are the learning objectives of this session. We start with an understanding about technology. Technology is a proprietary item. It's owned by a particular person or a concern. Technologies which are useful, in many cases, these are owned by a limited number of countries and organizations. And because of these issues, transfer of technology may have some politico-legal issues. Countries may not like to transfer technology to other countries. There may be some legal hurdles also. Now, in today's globalized world, we have got industrial competitiveness. Competition is there. Now, this competition has to be linked with adoption and adaptation of appropriate technologies. So when we are developing, so every technology will create an order at the expense of some disorder. And that disorder will happen to the surrounding environment. The kind of economic institutions, the form of transportation and communication system, the location, design, and the operation of urban centers, they're all derived from this technological order. Like, I'll give an example. Suppose we start an industry, a furniture industry. So obviously it will impact my forests because wood is coming from forests only, if it is wood based. Then in this context, governments are compelled to set in place appropriate policies to protect the innovators through intellectual property rights. I think you must be aware that if somebody invents something, he can register that thing, patent it in his own name. He has a right for using that particular technology. So intellectual property rights are very important. But then you have to, when you talk about facilitating transfer of these technologies, which can help faster economic development through appropriate investment and fiscal policies on the other side. So we need faster economic development, and at the same time we might require to protect our intellectual property rights. Now if you take the case of MSMEs, they have a very high capacity for innovating, but they are not in a position, I would say they are not always in a position to translate that into commercial benefits. So they are also suffering the lack of capital. They don't have enough money. to indulge in this luxury, to commercialize their innovations, to get the maximum commercial benefit of their innovations. A large number of MSMEs, they are generally suffering from technological obsolescence, except the new generation enterprises and those which are working in chemical and biotechnology business. So in the developing countries, it generally happens because there is a lack of information on emerging technologies. They are overconfident about adapting themselves to the new technologies, and they also go in for reverse engineering processes. They study a product, how it was made, and go about it. They have a laggard approach of the financing. The financing institutions, they have a laggard. They are very slow to respond to technology investment proposals. If some institutions comes to them and asks that we want to invest in improving our technology, they may be very slow to respond. So all these issues create problems for us. But all said and done, technology is very important for MSMEs. It not only helps in evolving a multi-pronged strategy, but also in maximizing business opportunities for these enterprises. So normally your technologies for MSMEs, they should aim at fueling innovation and business agility. You should react very fast to the changing situations. Your business should be dynamically managed. Now, technologies have to integrate with the existing systems and processes very easily. And they also are supposed to leverage communication and information management. If you look at MSMEs which are operating in rural areas, they are undertaking manufacturing using very old methods, outdated technology. But because the competition in today's world is very fierce, and buyers simply look forward to purchasing the best products at lowest prices. If you look at the goods which are manufactured by China, the cost of those goods is very low. Quality is also very good. So Indian manufacturers won't be able to meet their prices. But if you are innovating, if you have better technology, your products are good qualitatively, then probably you will be able to beat them. So China is right now the manufacturing backyard of the world because their manufacturing costs are less, their labor costs are less when they compare with India. So that means we have to come out with an innovative, a new approach. We have to improve our technology, innovate. Now this, as I said, we are talking about innovation. Technology is very closely related with innovation. And an innovation, you are creating a new product basically, innovating new ways. So if you disrupt the existing system the least, that would be very helpful. Like an innovation which causes little, almost negligible disruptive impact on behavior pattern is called a continuous innovation. Like for example, toothpaste. Every other day you get a new type of toothpaste. So it is innovative all the time. So inventions may be larger in number, but a few take the shape of innovation effect. A few others are creating a substitution effect, and few others are creating a diffusion effect. Now, what are these effects? When we talk about innovation effect, it means those innovations, those inventions that would lead altering the existing product to change the consumption patterns or to suit the change in consumption patterns. There are also dynamically continuous innovations that do not involve new consumption patterns, but they would involve the creation of a new product or the change in an existing one. Like, for example, you have got electric toothbrushes. So there are discontinuous innovations like the automobiles, televisions, computers. The second type of effect is substitution effect. So the simplest form of substitution will happen when a new technology, for example, you will be combining hardware and software from one extreme to the other. It captures over a period of time a substantial share of the market from an existing older technology. But a new technology has to be better and economically more viable. A good example, like we used to have black and white TVs. Now everybody is having a color TV. Diffusion effect. Diffusion is spreading. The most common and simplest form of diffusion will arise when individuals or the adoption units and the innovation concerned is a consumer type. In this case, at any given point of time, the number of individuals who have adopted the innovation gives a good measure of the diffusion process with time. So interpersonal influence, mass media, they are both major causes of diffusion. You're spreading the technology when individuals or the adoption units. Like from BlackBerry, we shifted to Samsung smartphones. So people adopted to that technology. So both demand and supply factors affect diffusion. So two measures to gauge the technology change are usually considered: that rate of improvement in technology, the rate at which technology is going up, it's leapfrogging, jumping, it's improving, and the rate at which things are substituted. So actual measurement criteria in all these three aspects, innovation effect, substitution effect, diffusion effect, that's the subject matter of specialists. Now we talk about the lifespan of technologies. So they are also having similar stages, the innovation stage, where we are still innovating, creating new technologies, then syndication. You come together, similar technologies are merged. Diffusion stage, you are spreading awareness about them, and substitution stage. A new technology comes and substitutes. So technology divide does not have to follow income divide. It's created in response to market pressures, not the needs of the poor people who have little purchasing power. So if there is no demand, if poor are not in a position to purchase, they don't have the spending power. So obviously they cannot create a demand. So technology divide does not follow the income divide. You're not worried about poor people. You're basically talking about market pressures. But ultimately, you might have a technology which benefits the poor. You might be using it for them. Now we come to technology upgrades. Upgrading of technology, upgradation of technologies. So this would ordinarily mean induction of state of the art. You are talking about the latest technology, or which is almost the latest technology. It would also include installation of improved environmental conditions, including work environment for the unit, installation of improved packaging techniques, anti-pollution measures, and energy conservation measures. So technology has to take into account all these issues. Now in India, we have introduced a credit-linked capital subsidy scheme for technology upgradation of tiny and small-scale industrial units in the specified products or subsectors. You are providing them 15% capital subsidy for induction of well-established and proven technologies approved under 45 categories. And they would include industries like biotechnology, corrugated boxes, fans, motor industry, leather products, footwear, RMGs, food processing, IT hardware, drugs and pharmaceuticals, auto parts, components, auto parts and components, electronic industry, but especially which is related to design and measuring of glass and ceramic items, including tiles, dyes, intermediaries, toys, tires, hand tools, bicycle parts, foundries, ferrous and cast iron foundries, and stone industry, which includes marble mining industry. So for all these industries, technology, innovation, technology upgradation, you are getting credit-linked capital subsidy of 15%. So technology upgradation would ordinarily mean induction of state-of-the-art or near state-of-the-art technology. In the varying mosaic of technology obtaining in more than 7,500 products in the Indian small-scale sector, we have got 7,500 products. Technology upgradation would mean a significant step up from the present technology level to a substantially higher one, involving improved productivity. You will have better productivity, you will have better quality, you will have better environmental conditions, you will have better work environment conditions. Then it would also include installation of improved packaging techniques, as well as anti-pollution measures and energy conservation machinery. The units in need of introducing facilities for in-house testing and online quality control, they would also qualify for assistance, as the same is a case of technology upgradation. So they are also considered technology upgrades. You are also eligible for subsidies and every other thing. Now we have got a tech up scheme, technology and quality upgradation support to MSME scheme. This is implemented by the Ministry of MSME. They have got different nodal agencies for doing this. They are providing capital subsidy to MSEs for technology and quality upgradation. They've got, the scheme has got the activity number 2. This is under activity number 2 of that particular scheme of National Manufacturing Competitiveness Program. That's a government program, so this is implemented under that. So main objective is that you want to make Indian MSEs aware and you want to upgrade their manufacturing processes for using energy efficient technologies. And at the same time, you want to reduce the cost of production. You want to reduce the emission of greenhouse gases. And you want to improve the product quality and to make it globally competitive by enhancing acceptability of products, particularly in the export market. You want to export, so you need the best quality. So this is being helped, this program, under this program, these services are being made available. Now we have got TIFAC, Technology Information Forecasting and Assessment Council. This was founded in 1988 and with the purpose of looking ahead at the technologies which are available across the world and find out which technologies are best for India, relevant for India, so that they should be promoted here. And they networked with different people, governments, industries, users, scientific and technological institutions, financial institutions, intellectuals. So this council provides partial funding support to MSMEs for demonstrating commercially viable new technology products and processes. So TIFAC has taken up some 70 projects in 10 years, and 15 of those projects, so out of those 70 projects, 15 have been commercialized and 10 have been patented. So synergies between industry, academia, and the government are essential to develop a vibrant, innovative ecosystem. Vibrant, innovative environment which is required by MSMEs. So you need industry to help, you need academic people to chip in, you want government to help. So all of them coming together, they will build up our MSMEs. Now SIDBI has also created a program, SIDBI Revolving Fund for Technology Innovation Program, SRIJAN. So this was launched by TIFAC on 1st November 2010. It was a joint effort of TIFAC and SIDBI, Technology Innovation Initiative. And TIFAC set up a revolving fund with SIDBI to fund industries which are basically MSMEs for scaling up, for commercialization of innovative technologies pertaining to new innovative products or processes, to prove the techno-economical viability of commercially unproven technologies. Technologies which had not been commercialized, they had not been proven commercially. So for taking up that work, fund was created. So the purpose is that we want to encourage and promote innovation capabilities. We want to bring high-risk technology innovations to the market in emerging technology areas for opening up new business opportunities. Now we come to MSME upgradation. So in its pursuit to upgrade the MSME sectors, 12 new technology gap analysis studies were commissioned in 11 MSME clusters in different parts of the country. And to earlier established centers, they continued to provide technical support to respective clusters. The Office of Development Commissioner SSI, in its latest publication, SSI, an Engine of Growth, they listed some 20 industries which have got proven advanced technologies, and their cost was ranging as low as from 50,000 rupees to say 4 crore. You had dedicated test jigs in electronic industry, and that was 50,000, and 4 crore for bulk drugs and dyes industry. So technologies are evolving, they are available. You can make use of those technologies and develop your business. Now we talk about the MSME Technology Development Council. This was started by MSME Chamber of India to provide a platform for small and medium enterprises to tap opportunities for acquiring technology and establishing business collaboration on a global level. So MSMEs are playing a pivotal role in the success of Indian economy that we discussed, because they are in a position to exploit new technologies. They are able to respond quickly to market needs, but they have limited resources. They are not in a position to absorb the costs and risks associated with in-house technology development. They must often utilize the process of technology transfer to take advantage of benefits gained by technology and innovation. So MSME Technology Development Council of India gives high priority to supporting MSMEs and creation of new ventures, as well as the removal of barriers in the way of their rapid growth. So whatever obstacles are faced by you, this council is working for removing those obstacles. So this is a private organization and doesn't have any affiliations or associations with any government or semi-government agencies. It's a division of India International Trade Center. Now, MSME Technology Development Council, it is offering in-house or group training programs on the following subjects. You are providing information on international business, IT applications in manufacturing. You are providing help to enhance your export competitiveness through technology networking and technological barriers to trade. You are suggesting training people in how to avoid such barriers, then standards and certifications. You are providing information about that and how to transfer the technology. So all these training programs are being organized by MSME Technology Council. This MSME Technology Development Council is also providing information services to the industry through custom built and specific reports in the following areas. You are getting background information on technology seeking enterprises to technology suppliers and collaborators. So this information is taken from technology suppliers and collaborators. So they provide it to MSMEs. Market information reports for specific markets, country attractiveness reports where you can go and do your business, reports on exportable products and technologies from India, innovative technologies from India, and database on technology options available from different countries. So all these services are being provided by MSME Technology Development Council. Let's break at this point. We'll continue with this session in the second part. Thank you very much. See you.